Hello everyone, welcome back to the man cave. Been cleaning all my guns today and just finished the K22, which has reminded me I need to do a follow-up video about fitting a red dot sight to it, because there are a few things you need to do. So what I found was I've bought a Sightmark mini red dot sight and a Fab Defense USM universal pistol mount. There's loads of places sell them, just Google it. I got mine from can't remember which gun shop, but they're easy enough to get hold of. And these are designed to go on any Picatinny rail. And there is one machined into the bottom of, or moulded into the bottom of the frame on the K22 here. Now, I was warned when I bought the pistol that the moulding here is slightly oversized and it's not quite to spec. And I found that was true because when I came to fit the mount, it should just slide straight on, and it didn't. The frame was a little bit too large. You could tell it was only by a very small amount. So what I ended up doing was, with just the mount on its own, without the red dot sight on, I lined it up on the pistol and just gave it a gentle tap with a hammer. Sounds awful, but it's a gunsmithing hammer, and it didn't take a lot. It slid down the rails and it kind of formed its own channel as it went, and the slight over moulding was stripped away. And what I find now is it's a bit stiff, but it just goes on and off without any problem. Now, one problem I did have after I fitted it was I use low velocity ammo, CCI blue box, CCI standard, because it works and it's cheap. And I don't like using mini mag in pistols. And I use the low powered recoil spring. And what I found was it was cycling fine without the mount on. When I fitted the mount, it looked like everything worked fine. Took it to the range and it wouldn't fully cycle. What was happening was the slide was going back with the blowback, and then it was coming back into battery, and it was just stopping a 1/16 of an inch short from the end, so it wasn't closing. You can tap it shut with your finger, but you don't want to do that on every shot. Now, I'm sure if I put the high powered spring in that it comes with and I used mini mag or high velocity ammo, it wouldn't be a problem because the slide would be coming back with more force and it would go right into battery. What was happening with the low velocity ammo was because the mount was such a tight fit, it was squeezing the frame in slightly. It's polymer, evidently getting squashed, and it was just interfering very slightly with the recoil, with the bushing here. That's the wrong term, it's a moulding, it's the metal moulding for the recoil rod. And it was just squeezing it in and it was just catching a little bit. So the solution was really simple. Took the pistol home, took it apart, and just inside here, inside the mouth of the frame, you could see it was stepping inwards slightly. The plastic was one, it was moulded inwards, and two, you could tell it was interfering. So you just got a very small needle file and just gently, it only took about a dozen strokes of the file, just took a tiny bit of material off just the inside here, just to smooth off that inward curve, and it's running flawlessly now, it's fine. So just one thing to watch out for if you do fit one of these red dot sights, and I do recommend it, it greatly improves accuracy. One, they're a tight fit, and two, unless you're using high velocity ammo, you might need to take a very small amount of material off the inside. Now trust me, it's easy, you can do it by eye, you won't get it wrong, it's a lot easier than it looks. Okay, so we'll reassemble the pistol and I'll put the mount on. So put the recoil spring back on the recoil guide and put the frame on. Excuse me, I just need to rest the pistol on the chair here. So, no good with my left hand. Okay, so that's reassembled. So you can see that's moving without any problem at all. And to put the mount on, make sure you don't put it on back to front. Just slides straight on. Get it lined up, that is. That's my bad. Not lining it up properly. There it is. There we go. So it just slides on, and there is with these mounts there is a bolt you can put through and it engages with a slot in the frame, just to hold everything down, and that needs to go down about another 1/16 of an inch. There it is. Yeah, it's fine. I can see daylight through there. And what I find is I don't have to tighten this up really at all, to be fair. There's more than enough friction on the slide with it being a tight fit it doesn't move, it doesn't lose zero. So all I do with that bolt is just do it finger tight, and trust me, it doesn't move. I've had over 1,000 rounds through this between cleanings, and no problem. And that's it with the red dot sight on it. And the way this works, just let the slide back. You can see here on the pistol there's a gap all the way around the frame, so the slide's free to move backwards and forwards of its own accord. And there is a gap machined in here, so you can still use the iron sights if you want. There's just enough clearance. You can get a sight picture on the iron sights, which is handy, just in case you run out of battery power or something, I guess. But I like using this. This one happens to be a green dot sight, and it does make things a lot easier for aiming. And if I can get a picture of this on the camera for you, I'll try. Let's have a look. So so you can just about see there's the gap underneath the mount with the iron sights, and can't really line this up so you can see the damn dot because the there we go, and just see the dot there floating in the green dot thing. There you go. That's a lot easier to aim, and I'll tell you what as well, this shoots a lot better with the shroud off, and doing reasonable rapid fire with that green dot sight is great. It's really easy. I mean, I'm not saying you'll hit the bullseye every time or anything, but you can hold a really decent group doing double tap speeds, you know, bang 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 bang. The dot just oscillates up and down slightly. It's great, it's huge fun. I strongly recommend it. So there you go, there's my K22, and it's now had at least 2,000 rounds through it from new. It's working fine, and I tell you what, it doesn't build up a lot of crap inside either. I've cleaned it today and it took 2 minutes to clean. It was really simple. The only fault I can say about it is that bottom of that frame was too large, and it needed a bit of work to get this mount on, but it was worth it. To be fair, it was easy enough to fit, and even with this mount on, it doesn't really upset the balance of the pistol. It still feels just nice, you know. I was shooting it one-handed and two-handed, and it didn't seem to upset the balance. So there you go, from the man cave. That's my K22, and